What's up everybody? Monster Never Cry has been global launched for a couple days now, and there's a few things I literally had no idea about. Some are even game changing, so I'm going to share my 5 things that I think are important to know. Let's get it. Before we get into the list, if you watched that video where I went over week 1, 2, and 3 beginner quests, there's actually going to be a week 4, which my beta account is currently doing right now. I will be updating the images and all that kind of stuff in the video description if you want to check them out. Also, just so you know, the battlefield supply, the egg for this one is going to let you choose Coronis again. So if you're focusing this hero, this is another free dupe that you're going to be able to get. So in no particular order, we have number 1, Draconic or Abyssal faction food. Like any idle gacha there is, let me just open up the monsters and just click on Draconic for now. There's going to be rare factions, harder to obtain, typically much stronger than the regular faction heroes, etc. Getting dupes of these factions, I find the game does a good job at variety. I mean, if we look over here, you've got a lot of shops you can choose from. Right here, we can go to your Evo Gem shop. You're going to be able to get Avanzo, Snyder, I believe this is Octasia, and here is Lilith. So these are some of the rare faction heroes for 6,000 currency. You get this currency from sacrificing monsters, which I believe I'll cover in number 5. You can go over here to your class shop. This currency seems to take a while to get. Right here you can get Lilith or you can get Zenobia. You can go over here to your throne shop. Now this is another currency I find takes a long time to get. So this is just way out of the question. This is not something that's like easily attainable. But you can go over here to your Evo Soul shop, which is what I would say is going to be the more consistent way on top of the sacrificing shop, because getting 60 primal crystals isn't too bad as it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Like if I go to the Star Soul summons right now, you can see I have 65. I've been saving these for quite some time now. I think for about 2 weeks. I don't know why I'm saving them, but I am going to make a video hopefully when I reach 100, just so you can get an idea for the rates, see what I can get, and hopefully I don't cry. Another easy way is going into the treasure hunt, which is on the main screen, going over here to the Forbidden Summon, and every now and then the final reward in the middle can be a hero you want from one of the rare faction heroes. You can get Zenobia, I believe you can get Dracula. I'm not sure if all the heroes rotate, but those are the ones that I've seen. So right now it is Coronis, and I have been using some of my summon scrolls to try and get this one, so I can take the hero to 10 stars, but I've just been unlucky at the moment. So all in all, it does give a fair amount of opportunities to get these heroes. Obviously you can get them from regular summons, but you gotta be really lucky. The issue, honestly, is the food. This game has no fodder heroes for these factions. Like, if you go into this one and this one, it's simply just the heroes alone. All these heroes you want, you don't want to actually feed these into each other. So because you need dupes for the star up system, plus the awaken system, so like if I click on my Zenobia, when you reach 10 stars on a hero, you can actually go over here to the awaken system, click on go to activate, and you can see just for the first node, I do need a copy of the hero. So what happens is you're going to go over here, let's go to Ascend, you're going to be left waiting for food. One of the ways is Chaotic Clone Dolls. If we go over here to one of the ongoing events that I have, you get these ones that I guess are called the Magic Guide Shop. They usually have bounty quests, very easy to get, but you can go into the exchange shop, and you can see right here, you can get 1 chaotic clone doll. There's only an exchange limit of 1, so free to play, you can only get 1. This is very easy to get the currency for with bounties on top of other stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure every time these events kind of pop up, I can get this right here for 1200. I can max this food out for, I think it's 2 times, so 800. This is 400. And then I have enough currency to do some other stuff as well. So you do get a fair amount, and it's very free to play friendly. You can also go back for a second and go into the gem mall, and you can go right here and buy a second one for 6,000 gems. Now, 6,000 gems, you're thinking that's a lot. I mean, you can see by my gems, as a free to play, you'll have a fair amount if you're smart with what you use it on. Honestly, I find there's not too much to use it on right now in this game. In all honesty, I could be going into the Lordy Vault right here and buying up these Devil Cores every single day for 1,000 each if I wanted to, but currently, I'm only waiting for them at a discount here for 600 in the Lucky Shop, or from the Void Exploration, which is the game board. So this is going to be $2 potentially each time this kind of event pops up. Or the permanent way of getting them is by doing Devil Core summons. So if you go over here to the summons, using Devil Cores, you can see if you click on the rare faction heroes, and you go up here to the exclamation mark, you can see right here the rates for it is a 2% chance. Another reason why I suggest to only use Devil Cores on this faction, because obviously if you go to one of the regular ones, we go up here, you can't get them for this. And I find these heroes, I'd rather get them from shop currency. instead of using my devil cores on. If I go to my 10-star Zenobia, I look at Ascend, I need a 6-star. What I didn't know is because, well, I didn't read. If we go back up into the event quickly, because I don't have any on me, and where is it? I go to the bounty quest, and there it is right here. You can see these dolls, if you have 4 of them, you can actually combine them into one 6-star chaotic clone doll, which takes the form of both factions. So it's not as bad as I initially thought, depending on the event frequency and your luck with summons, because one way or the other, you will be at a standstill, either needing a hero dupe or dupes, food, evo stones, or simply the ascend requirement of having a specific number of leveled monsters, which I actually hate. If we go into my monster and look at my Zenobia, ascend, even if I do have all of this requirements right here, I still need to have 3 monsters at level 225 in order to ascend her. So that means if we go back here, I'm going to need 1, 2, 3 of these heroes at 225. And that means they need to be 10 stars, because if you look at my, my 9-star hero, I can't ascend him any further in level until he becomes 10-star. Now, number 2 is going to be shiny heroes. This is a quick one, but feeding a shiny hero into a non-shiny turns that hero into one, and I'll show you on the screen what I mean. I was able to pick up a shiny Coronis, as you can see right here. I use it in the startup process. My non-shiny has now become a shiny. So due to the very low rate of these, thankfully this makes it easier to convert your already established hero into one. Actually, that's kind of incorrect. It depends on what your star level already is, because if this hero was at a star level of 10, I'm going to need 2 dupes and all this. So yes and no, it kind of makes it easier to convert them. But at least there's an option, because the shiny version for a lot of these heroes actually looks pretty cool compared to the non. So if I look at the skins right here, this is the regular, this is the shiny. I actually like the shiny better. I don't really like the paid skin for this hero, so I'm actually pretty happy that I got the shiny version. Number 3 is going to be Void Exploration. So if we go over here to the Devil Dom, then we go down here to Destiny Ocean, then we click on Void Exploration. This is going to be your game board. Now, once you unlock the option to auto advance, I believe you need to be account level 70 or VIP 5 or something like that. I'll put a screenshot up just so you can see. The reason why clicking auto advance is so good is because this guarantees rewards for certain events. So right now I have auto advanced on. I'm just going to finish this up. I got captured, go home. It is what it is. But what you'll see is certain events, like say right here, this scale, if you pick the wrong chest right here, I'll have a screenshot up, you actually have a chance to get nothing. On auto advance, since I've started, I've never not got the reward, but on manual, I have chosen the wrong chest and got nothing. Then I believe if we go over to, where is it? This one right here. More of these unlock after you complete a certain number of laps on the board, I believe. But this one right here, if I have a screenshot, I'll put it up. But basically, you have to pick between 3 heroes who has the highest power. You can't back out and look at the leaderboards. You can't look at your friends. Maybe you have them. So if you choose wrong, you get nothing. But on auto advance, it always picks the highest power player. So you always get the reward. I would actually like them to incorporate dice that you get to choose the amount you roll. So like from 1 to 6. I don't know how they'll do that. Maybe you have to spend more gems to get them. But it would be nice, because there are times I do want to land on certain things, like maybe this one right here. This one gives you, I believe, 200 gems. Just stuff like that. I wish I was able to have a customized dice. Number 4 is going to be specific regular faction hero fodder. So certain heroes need specific 5-star monsters to ascend from the initial 5 to 6-star. I haven't played many games with this requirement. I have played some, but it's not very common, at least from what I play. Be mindful of this and look ahead of the heroes you're trying to ascend further, that you're going to build up in the future. So for example, if I want to go over here and let's look at Nafitha right here. If I eventually want to take her to 6 stars, if I look at the ascend, you're going to see it requires 1 5-star Sidora.
Hello.
If you go over to the evolution, which is right here, we go to the faction, you can see right here that Sidora is not a hero you can build up from 4 stars. This is a natural 5-star hero, so it's going to be harder to get. Sometimes the hero you need may not be able to be built up. Hellfire heroes, like the one I just showed, requires that 5-star natural hero. Legendary heroes, so let's say if I click on same faction, I click on Loki, and I go to Ascend, needs this hero right here. If we go to the evolution and that faction, you can see this hero can actually be built up from 4-star heroes. So of course, it's going to be a lot easier to build legendary heroes up. So just be mindful of what heroes you're feeding or sacrificing, as it can end up stalling your progression, and always look at that 5 to 6-star ascension requirement. And finally, for number 5, we have hero sacrificing. The reason I want to mention this one is because this is probably one of the more consistent ways of acquiring Hellfire heroes. Clicking on sacrifice, which is this right here, you have your 3-star. You can see I got a lot of them right here. Then let's just like filter it by faction and make it go quicker. You have your 4-star, and then of course you have, where are they? You have your 5-star. 3-star heroes can be safely sacrificed at any point in the game. I do try to keep a small handful of them on me just for the evolution process. Maybe 10 to 20 is good. You can see right now I have about, what is this, 5, 10, I have 15. So I could probably just get rid of 5 if I wanted to, which I'll do right now. And there we go. I got some resources and I got some currency back. So a 3-star, if we click on this and sacrifice, it's going to give you 10 Evo gems. If we go down here to a 4-star, 1 second, oh, there we go. We click on sacrifice, it's going to give you 25 Evo gems. And then for the big one, if you want to sacrifice 5 stars, which sounds a little scary, but honestly right now I have so many that I've been waiting on dupes in order to build, I can actually sacrifice some of these. And if I did, I click on this, I will actually get 250 Evo gems. That is a massive bump. As you progress in the game, you're naturally going to get a lot of 5-star food just because of that waiting process. 4-star heroes, I probably personally would not feed these. I think this is a little bit questionable. I find the 4-star is the hardest to get. Then again, if we look at my summons, I mean, we'll go right here in the gem gacha. You can see I got 445, almost 500, which I'll be using in an upcoming video. So you can see the rates and maybe I'll get something good. But mostly I'm getting these from right now from just combining eggs, which is in the shards right here, you can see, or from the hatchery right here. Because you can actually choose which faction eggs you want to put up. 5-star heroes, just because of how much more Evo gems you get per each, I think is the best option. Feed some 5-star heroes you get from eggs, summoning, etc. Because if you go to the shop, which you click right here, I believe I showed this earlier, but you can get a lot of Hellfire heroes like the ones I mentioned in the top row. This hero, currently right now, I'm waiting to get another 800. For Coronis, which is right here. I can probably get that just feeding a couple 5-stars, but just be mindful that this shop does reset. So I just got to remember to get enough to buy this hero before that does, so when it resets, I can buy another copy. If you have any other things you think will be helpful to new players, be sure to leave a comment down below. I got a lot of guide videos coming out. I'm just trying to talk to more veteran players because there's still so much I have yet to unlock, and obviously I don't know everything. So if you can think of anything else helpful, be sure to leave a comment down below. As always, thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next one.